The podcast you are listening to of Holmberg's Morning Sickness is brought to you by my friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Trust me on this one. You've had barbecue before, but you haven't had it this good. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale, ericsfamilybbq.com.
Eric's Family Barbecue has arrived and is simply the best barbecue in Arizona. Come satisfy your taste buds with meats that are smoked over mesquite wood and sides that are made with fresh ingredients and tons of love. They have the best, juiciest brisket, pulled pork, rib sausage, turkey, or everyone's favorite, the Pitmaster Sampler that includes all the meat and 4 sides, mac and cheese, potato salad, coleslaw, corn, or beans, yum. And for dessert, try some creamy banana pudding, amazing. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meat, mesquite, repeat. Make the trip, you won't be sorry. Dine in or take it to go. Go to ericsfamilybbq.com for more info.
Holmberg's Morning Sickness.
Hear the words you say sometimes? I mean, who talks like that?
98 KUPD. It's the Morning Sickness.
Hey, this is Ralphie May, and you're listening to Holmberg's Morning Sickness on KUPD, but they're on vacation, dum-dum, so you're doing something they're not. So keep on listening, and this is the best of the worst from the Morning Sickness. And trust me, a lot of it's so-so.
It's the best of Holmberg's Morning Sickness.
Ladies and gentlemen, Don King is on the line. Very excited about this. Don King is joining us as we speak, promoting a fight this weekend. Don King is there? Mr. King.
Yes.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, John and Brady.
How are you?
I feel good to be back in Phoenix. From the ashes of the Phoenix, we shall rise again.
There you go.
Yes, you heard it right here on KUPD-FM, Phoenix, Arizona.
Beautiful.
John, Holmberg, and Brady.
That's perfect. Now, if I had a fight nickname, what would it be? John Holmberg. What would my fight nickname be?
Well, you know, John's a fighting name. Don't forget John Wayne. You know what I mean? He was, you know, those guys, the big Duke. You know what I mean? He, tough guy, man. Mean what I say what I mean, and go out there and get them. So, John, you'll be the fighting John Wayne, and you'll be right there to go out there and take care of business, and everybody would know who you are, and they know that fear would just come into their eyes when they see you step into the ring, because they know you are ready to do your thing.
Yeah, but Don, he would have real trouble with Brady Bulldog Bogan.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, man, when you said the Bulldog, I think about old Chesty in the United States Marines. Chesty was the Bulldog. That's the Marines, baby, from the halls of what's that, halls of
Halls of
Evil
Justice?
Halls of Montezuma.
Oh, yes, from the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli.
There you go.
We've fought our country's battles on the land as well as the sea. Oh, I love the Marines. Chesty Bulldog. So, Brady Bulldog, you'll be a Marine.
He's the Marine.
Semper Fi.
I love it.
I love it. And you got to support our troops. Let me start out right from the beginning, guys.
Uh-huh.
We must support our troops. They're the embodiment of America, the men and women that wear that uniform that give us the opportunity to be able to talk on John Holmberg and Brady and Phoenix, Arizona, and with KUPD-FM. So let's salute our troops, support our troops, and make America better. Did you hear that, John McCain?
I did.
Senator John McCain, did you hear that?
Yes.
Support our troops. You know, he's a veteran, too.
I know. Oh, yeah.
Prisoner of war, you know.
Like the ultimate.
Right now, we got a prisoner of fisticuffs up here at the Garden on 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Saturday night. This young man named the Nightmare is Samuel Peter will take on Jamil Big Time McClain. It's going to be a great evening of boxing. You see that show on Showtime. What time? Showtime. And so now, the other ones you won't see, but you're going to hear about if you get the chance to see it live and in living color. Andrew Galata, that terrific guy that's going to be fighting from Poland against the Ireland guy, Kevin McBride, Lure, an Irish lullaby. You know, the dandelions are jumping up in the fields. Oh, daddy boy, all the Irish are coming out en masse to witness the hero that beat Tyson. It's going to be great. The Puerto Ricans, Viva Puerto Rico. Daniel Santos will take on Jose Rivera. And then the Colorado Kid, the Vera Williamson, will take on Callie Meehan, the Thunder from Down Under. So we got a great show in store for you. You'll hear about the results, but you'll see Samuel Peter and McClain on Showtime because of Ken Hirschman and his infinite wisdom. So I'm just so delighted to be back in Phoenix again, where the Indians are, the Navajo and the Arapaho, all of them, the bidding process was signed there. Yeah. I'm so glad to know about all of these things for that great state of Arizona.
There you go. When are you bringing boxing back to Arizona?
Soon. How long?
Soon.
Not long.
Oh, okay,
I'll
good.
be back to Arizona and loving every delicious moment of it because I think Arizona is one of the greatest places in the world.
Agreed.
And I was just there, and we had a heavyweight title fight there. And this young man, Shannon Briggs, in the last 25 seconds, knocked out Sergey Lakaevich. I couldn't believe it. It was history in the making right there in Phoenix, Arizona.
Don King, do you ever have a moment where you're in a city and you're like, I don't even really like it here that much. It's very average. Is there ever a moment where you're just kind of mildly disappointed?
But now, you know what? Anywhere there's people, if I was in the desert, I would be disappointed if there wasn't nobody there.
Right.
But, you know, because I love people. I be you of the rainbow, every race, color, creed, and religion.
Sure.
So it's very difficult to find me where people are involved, and I would be on a downer. Sometimes I get exhausted. I get tired.
I bet.
You know what I mean? But, you know, I get tired of being what I could be, and that means reaching out to touch someone and saying, hey, help me, you know, to become a better person. So it's the thing here that I love that state there, man. And it makes me feel good because you can work with people there in Arizona.
So it begs the question, if Don King was wandering the desert alone, would anyone hear him?
Only the ants in the sand. And I would begin to talk ant language.
Oh, you would learn ant?
Not only that, Don, you got the
You know what?
ants.
They're laborious, though. They work hard. The ants are really workers, and that's what makes them so different from anything else in the insect family, because the ants build. And rebuild.
You would learn.
And so they work hard all the time, dedicatedly and committedly. And so I try to be ant-like and working for the betterment of this great nation called America, and being able to be with John and Brady, Bulldog Brady.
Don King, you just promoted ants.
You know what?
That's amazing.
Yeah, but by promoting the ants, he really pissed off the scorpions.
Yeah, I know. So now you've got a battle.
Yes, but the scorpions are the scorpions bring evil. The scorpions bring, a death. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but the ants, they just build. They may mess you around and crawl on you, make you itch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the ants are always building, and they work dedicatedly and committedly. So we must persevere. It's a lesson in that, because just this last month, 3 fights in a row falls out consecutively. I rescheduled one with Vargas and Mayorga that will be November 23rd, right after Thanksgiving. I saved the other one because of Ken Hirschman again with Chad Dawson. Epifanio Mendoza stepped into the place of Diaconu, who comes from Romania, fighting out of Canada, and we saved that show. And then on October the 6th, we had Oleg Maskiev, another Russian with a backache, and he came in and he fell out with a backache. And we put in Samuel Peter against Jamil McClain, thanks to Ken Hirschman and Jim Dolan. We are able to save that show. So thank you, Ken Hirschman. Thank you, Jim Dolan. And thank you, the American people, to be there to witness pride, hope, and glory. It's a real faith card that has really been putting together something that's really wonderful. That's why we call it faith.
There you go.
And glory.
Now, this is the second time you've been on the show, Don. I have to ask you, this makes us practically best friends. Can you send me tickets to go see Hatton and Mayweather?
Absolutely. Anything you want, you can get here.
Perfect.
For the asking.
I'll do it.
You know what? Hatton is a terrific competitor. He probably won't see Mayweather all night long.
Yeah, I know he dances.
Because there will be long distance in there to go out to find Mayweather with his blinding speed. You know what I mean? It's like, a Brer Rabbit and the Tortoise. You know what I mean? So maybe the Tortoise may be able to catch him at the end and get him. You know what I mean? Because that's the way it is. You heard it right here, as Walter Cronkite would say.
Yes.
That's the way it is.
Don, they're telling us to wrap it up. Brady knows somebody you know, and he wanted to get this
we
info.
had a time mutual friend. I grew up in Columbus, Ohio, and my best friend's grandfather was a friend of yours, Jim Rhodes.
Oh, man, Jim Rhodes. You know what? Let me tell you something. I love Jim Rhodes. I just got through talking about him early on. Governor Jim Rhodes is one of the greatest guys. His spirit still lives on. He's a 16-year governor, so that gives you an indication of how the people loved him in the state of Ohio. And he's a fabulous man, honorable, integrity, and leadership. I mean, he was such a wonderful man. I really appreciate him. I'm a Buckeye, too, but Jim Rhodes, he gave me a pardon, an unconditional pardon, when I come out of the penitentiary.
Really?
And this guy was just a governor for all the people. He was not a governor for some of the people. He was a governor for all the people. He epitomized Americana.
And
yes,
Don,
Governor Jim Rhodes, he was just a great guy, so his spirit lives on.
And I told you were talking about integrity, and I told John this. John really wants to go to that the match, the Mayweather match, and you came through with tickets to the Jacksons for us in Cleveland.
So he says
front row, Don King. He'll come through for you, John.
All right, beautiful.
Oh, yes, John, all you got to do is get information to this beautiful lady that's traveling with me.
You got
Her name is Ivy. If you could just capture their imagination with Ivy, I will see that you get 2 tickets to, where are they fighting at, in Las Vegas?
In Vegas, I think, yes.
Is it at the MGM?
I believe so. I will do anything for you from here on out.
Yeah, listen, ain't nothing but a stepper. I will secure that to be able to get you to do that because Kurt Kerkorian is my dear friend.
Okay.
And Kurt Kerkorian owns the all scripts. He doubled his fortune. What a guy in America. He only had $9.5 billion, and then he ended up with now $18 billion.
Yep, he's doing all right.
He's a wonderful guy.
Don, they're telling us we got to wrap up. I could talk to you all day.
Okay, man. Love you, man. But you get in touch with Ivy from Showtime and see if we can get you 2 tickets to go in and see. What's this guy's name? Ricky Hatton.
Yeah.
And
I will be watching Jameel and Samuel Peter this weekend. You're my hero, Don King. We'll talk to you later.
All right. That's Madison Square Garden. They say we got to go. But don't forget, even though we got to go, October 6th on Saturday night at Madison Square Garden.
There you go. Don King, we'll talk to you later. Thank you, sir.
Bulldog Brady.
That's impossible. That's the hardest man in the world to chat with. How do you have dinner with him?
He said,
I just ordered the bread rolls and I can't wait for them to arrive.
At dinner, he's completely different.
Oh, my Lord.
Completely different.
Yeah, he's a carny. Anytime
he's a carny.
One mission.
He's a carnival barker.
Promote that.
Well, you know what's worse? Now I want to watch this fight between 2 guys I've never heard of. And the worst part is the whole time what you guys can't hear is the guy over there sitting with Don King barking in our ear, we really got to wrap this up, guys. Like I've said a word. I've said nothing. Tell your guy to wrap up.
He milked it another 3 minutes.
I didn't do anything. Don't tell guys, really, come on, wrap it up. And then we had dinner over on a boat, and the boat was floating in the water, and there's fish in the water. If I could learn to speak fish, I would speak it. Wrap it up, Homer, come on. Hey!
Because those fish are educated. They stay in schools.
The man promoted ants.
That was great.
They work, they build. They do nothing but building.
They are in school promoting and learning, and they're all going to watch the fish fight between Fishy Jameel McCline and Fishy Samuel Peter. He promoted ants. If I was in the desert alone, I'd learn to speak ant.
As the American way, no less.
And then he turned it around for hardworking American ants. He's flat insane. I got 2 tickets to Mayweather Hatton. It's not even his fight.
We got to get a hold of Ivy.
Call Ivy, Toledo. I'm worn out listening to him.
You got the inner sanctum, Ivy.
He promoted ants. I've never seen a human being do that before, and made me believe. He could preach, and I would buy it. He could tell me Jesus was in the hallway. I'd go look. Brady brings up the guy that pardoned him from his horrible crimes. Wow.
And he loved it.
And there's Don King for no apparent reason whatsoever other than to promote ants. Ladies and gentlemen, when you see ants today, recognize it's 98 KUPD on the John Humberg and Brady Bulldog Bogan Show.
The best the world has to offer in music, drama, and comedy.
You've been listening to Holmberg's Morning Sickness Podcast, brought to you by our friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Eric'sFamilyBBQ.com.